For the next 24 hours, I'm going to attempt to secretly live at this gas station, which sounds completely ridiculous, because it is. This isn't just any gas station. This is Buc-ee's. And if you're not from the US, the easiest way to describe Buc-ee's is that it's less of a gas station and more of an experience. People drive hours just to visit one, so I wanted to find out if I could survive an entire day here. Every meal had to come from Buc-ee's, I couldn't leave the property, and because of one rule Buc-ee's has, getting caught would mean the challenge was over. I thought that this would be easy. Then I started worrying about tow trucks. Alright y'all, we are pulling in and it is 1:21 p.m. here on the 27th. And this officially begins 24 hours of Buc-ee's. Let's go find a parking spot. So we've got all kinds of vehicles, a lot of campers in the parking lot. But I'm gonna try to find a pretty discreet place in this parking lot. I see there's a place over here where quite a few campers are parked and RVs. So I'm gonna go join them, blend in, a little bit of camouflage. With a nice discreet parking spot secured, it was time to go in and check out what all of the hype was about. If you can think of it, they've got it with Buc-ee's on it. A Buc-ee's waffle maker? Of course they have it. Buc-ee's underwear? Again, they've got it. The Buc-ee's fidget spinner? Of course, they have it. The Buc-ee's cowboy hat? You bet your ass, they've got it. Bedazzled pepper spray, you ask? Of course they have it, right beside the bear spray. Y'all, there's even a dedicated beef jerky wall. Check this out. If you could candy coat it, smoke it, put it on a cookie, Buc-ee's has got it. All of these options started making me feel pretty overwhelmed pretty quickly. This place absolutely has snacks galore. All right, I'm overwhelmed. Let's go back outside. So like every good challenge, we needed some rules and we needed a recurring challenge every hour to keep things interesting. And it absolutely goes without saying that we picked the absolute hottest fave possible. It's like 32 degrees Celsius, like 80 something, and like 100% humidity today. So there's gonna be a little bit of a struggle to stay cool. All right, for this challenge, we have 5 distinct rules that we absolutely have to follow. Number 1 is I cannot leave Buc-ee's property for 24 hours. If I do, or I'm made to leave, the challenge is over. Number 2 is I have to stay completely low key. So that means no sitting, in a chair outside. Bruh. Nothing overtly obvious to get me asked to leave the premises. Number 3, I can only eat and drink things bought at Buc-ee's. Number 4, I have a strict budget. I cannot spend more than $50 on items from Buc-ee's. So I have to be smart with what I spend. And number 5, every 3 hours, I need to do a reset. Move around to the parking lot, change clothes, stay low key, because that is gonna be the key to us pulling off 24 hours at Buc-ee's. The 2 o'clock hour is here, so that means we have to complete our first challenge. Challenge number 1, the snack roulette. We have to find the weirdest snack in Buc-ee's, buy it, and eat it. So, let's go back in the store. Let's go find this weird snack. All right, we are back in the snack section. Let's see what we can find. Got some burnt peanuts. Chocolate raisins, not weird. Sweet and savory mix. Nothing weird over here. This is a tray full of different kinds of beef jerky. Well, everything super weird I could find has got something in it that I can't eat. It sucks being allergic to everything, but we're gonna go with the glazed cashews, and that is gonna be our snack. Snack review time. We have the Buc-ee's glazed cashews. These are cashews in some sort of sugary substance. I'm guessing brown sugar, butter. Quite divine. And also, I apologize for not being able to get any kind of weird snack. First of all, there wasn't anything super weird. There was just a lot of it. And second of all, I just have a lot of allergies. I'm allergic to peanuts, red meat, shellfish, basically everything. I'm allergic to fun. I'm allergic to life. All right. It's almost time for the next challenge. Let's lock in. Indeed, the 3 o'clock hour is here. It's time for another challenge. All right, y'all. We are 2 hours in, and it is hot as shit in this parking lot. But I'm doing my best. We're pounding water. We're keeping the dog cool. He's hanging in there, but he's hot. We're force feeding him water, so he's good. But the challenge for hour number 2 is the ripoff. We have to go in and find the most overpriced item in Buc-ee's. I think I may have spotted it earlier, but come with me and let's go see what we can find that is completely overpriced. All right, that didn't take long. We have it. $76 for a fuel can, but let's go see if we can find something else. This has to be a runner-up. A jewel-encrusted cow skull for $398. And if you don't like that color, we've got options. All right, between the gas can and the cow skull, I think we have some winners. Challenge number 2 complete. All right, we are rapidly approaching the 3-hour mark, and it is absolutely pissing rain outside. But you know what that means? Is that we need to relocate. Actually, I think that the place that we're at is pretty decent. We're kind of in the farthest away corner. There's a few RVs around us, so we might have to come back to this spot later, but per the rules, we have to relocate a bit. And I think I'll maybe get some gas on the way there to try to blend in. All right, let's go. All right, the hour 3 reset, new hat, new boots, and rain jacket. Let's stay incognito. Wow. We have found my twin. Same truck, same kind of camper on the back. How crazy is that? So hour 3 also brings the hour 3 challenge. Number 3, the artifact. We have to find the weirdest non-food item in Buc-ee's. Let's go. All right, it's gonna be kind of hard to top the bedazzled cow skull, but eagle hat clip. Here we have the butter boot, a cowboy boot butter spreader, or possibly an array of animal hides. Maybe a bedazzled silver animal hide. You've got options here, folks. Beaver Nuggets hand soap, candles and lotion. We might have a winner. Cowboy hat candle. Hey, oh yeah. All right. Between the cowboy boot butter spreader, the Beaver Nugget scented lotion, I think we've landed on a winner. The bedazzled cow skull. Congratulations, you are the winner. Challenge completed. All right, y'all, 4 hours have elapsed, so that means it is time for another challenge. And this time we're getting physical. So challenge number 4 is going to be the Buc-ee's 5K. I'm gonna go run 5 kilometers in the Buc-ee's parking lot. Come with me. All right, this might be a little bit tricky. I'm gonna try to scope out a decent route around the gas station where I don't have to run through and into traffic, but let's see. It all starts now. Let's go. It's too hot for this bullshit. All right, that sucked, but we got it done. Challenge number 4, complete. Time for challenge number 5. Challenge number 5 is to walk the perimeter of Buc-ee's. And I'm gonna take this guy with me. Let's go. You ready to go on a walk? Let's do it. Y'all, this last hour has really worked on me. So I felt all sorts of emotions, highs, lows, beautiful moments, pissed off moments. Oh man, I almost got hit by somebody in the parking lot. It made me realize, why are people in such a hurry? What's the deal? And then in Buc-ee's, they don't have any vegetarian options. So I was like, what the hell is the deal? Why does this have to be so difficult? But then you go outside and you see kind of these beautiful moments. I saw a lady with her dog and, her towing her vehicle, moving. Maybe she's moving to a good situation. Maybe she's moving away from a bad situation. You really don't know. And then as I was just leaving the camper just now, I saw someone doing a foster animal transfer. So, I guess somebody drives the dog part of the way, somebody drives the dog the rest of the way. And so it's easy to get overwhelmed by all this crazy shit going on around us, and especially here at a gas station. But I guess also just a reminder, maybe you need it today, that there's also a lot of good stuff going on in the world. Y'all, the gears are turning. Buc-ee's has an immaculate pond that I guarantee has never been fished. But as you can see, like right there, there's a sign that says no fishing, alligators and snakes in the lake. Might have to test that out. Challenge number 5, complete. All right, y'all, we have relocated from just over there to now a little bit closer to the store, and I want to make sure I sit behind this big van right here to block the view of me. I also noticed that there was the little cart of the man that's going around and checking the trash cans and everything that I've seen a couple times go by. He's parked over there on the end of the building, so I want to kind of stay out of the view of that. Stay hidden, stay a little bit discreet, see how long we can make it before getting kicked out. So what we'll do is we'll hang out here until it gets dark. Then when it gets dark, I'm thinking maybe we stop by a pump and get a little bit of gas, as we could do probably a few more times of that to just give us some natural movement. But I think once it gets dark, we can go to the back corner of the parking lot. That might be a little bit more discreet place that maybe we can sleep later. Let's see. Folks, 6 hours has passed. That means it's time for another challenge. This challenge is the ultimate feast. We have to go in and build a meal, but trying to stay as budget conscious as possible. Let's go see what we can put together. I stand corrected. They put out the veggie burritos. Let's go. All right, feast completed. Fruity Rice Krispie treat bar, veggie burrito. That's what's for dinner. I feel like I'm about to overdose on sugar today, but we'll make it. Let's do this. A burrito. Actually, what kind of idiot opens a burrito like this? I guess we're doing it. Bon appetit. Y'all, I'm so happy I found this burrito. This is like the first real food I've had today. And I was kind of upset earlier when I couldn't find any vegetarian food in Buc-ee's, but it was worth the wait. All right, y'all, the 8 o'clock hour is here, and it's time for challenge number 7. Challenge number 7 isn't going to be the most entertaining one, but it's much needed. Challenge number 7 is the recharge. We're going to spend the next hour in the camper, laying low, because it's about to be sunset. Things are slowing down around here, and I want to keep a low profile, let my phone charge, take it easy for an hour. So we'll see you guys back in an hour. All right, y'all, we have officially crossed into our 8th hour. We're a third of the way there. So it's getting tricky. Realize I'm gonna take a break with the challenges for a minute because we're in a little bit of survival mode at the moment. I've moved twice, and now I'm in the very back portions of the Buc-ee's parking lot, but I almost feel like the further we are away, the more obvious that it is that I'm just a guy trying to camp out. So I kind of feel like we need to move closer back to where we were and do be a bit back under their nose. So I do feel like, it's a little bit obvious. I'm in the back of the parking lot here. So, time to move again. All right, we have a sign for reserved parking, and it says TP Towing Incorporated, and there is a tow truck sitting in the parking lot. I'm gonna go check if it's from that company, just to make sure we don't have a tow truck on the prowl. All right, obviously discreet. That's what we're gonna aim for here for the next couple of hours. I'm gonna go in and buy something. We'll try to make a challenge of it. But I just want to be aware because there is a tow truck driver with a local area code sitting in the parking lot. And, I think I should be covered while I'm inside shopping. Because the parking signs say customer parking. For those that are shopping. So they can't tow me while I'm shopping, right? So we're gonna keep an eye on that. All right, we are back in Buc-ee's for our challenge number 8. It's called Let's Not Get Arrested. So we're gonna play it smart, and we're gonna keep an eye out for the next hour and try not to get arrested, not to get towed. So let's see how this goes. All right. So we've got our nighttime Buc-ee bar, and we've gathered some intel. Apparently, they're not too concerned about campers, RVs, that sort of thing, but they're a big hell no with commercial trailers, and there's multiple signs around the parking lot. And I talked to a lady working in the store, and she said that, that they hear a lot of the communications over the radio about if there's somebody in the parking lot that shouldn't be, blah, 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 blah. And she says that they never hear anything about RVs and campers on there. So I think as long as we keep doing what we're doing, I think we're gonna be okay. So I'm gonna keep my head on a swivel here for a little while. There's still a tow truck prowling around that I don't really love. So I'm gonna keep my eye on him. And we're gonna see what happens here in the next little bit. All right, small update on the tow truck situation. It looks like they're here to pick up people that are staying in that are in a broken down Sprinter van. So maybe we read too much in that situation. All right, so we got to the bottom of the van getting towed situation. I went over there and asked them if they needed help and asked if everything was good. And apparently their van went into limp mode and they had rented it. So the rental van company has got another one, 2 more on the way to pick them up. So nothing about overnight stays. And yeah, they're in good hands, chilling in the parking lot. So we're all good. We might go hang out with them in a little bit. All right, y'all, we have officially reached the 10-hour mark. And for the next challenge, we're gonna try to get some sleep. So whenever we wake up, we'll start back with the challenges. But for now, time to get some sleep. See you soon. Good morning, y'all. It is 3 a.m. and we have made it well past the halfway mark. We are surprisingly sleeping really well. Temperature's gone down a bit. Nobody's come to knock. Nothing like that has happened, so we are doing well. And while we have the momentum going with the sleep, I'm gonna try to get even more. Alright, so we'll see in a bit. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and we somehow made it through the night without getting the knock. So excited about that, and I actually slept pretty good. But a couple of things. We do have some challenges to make up. We're gonna do the best we can on those. And the second piece
it is time to go get breakfast. And you know the rules. Breakfast must come from Buc-ee's. So, let's go see what they have. Alright, y'all, to help blend in, we're changing up the outfit a little bit. Let's not be too predictable. Alright, first things first, before we do anything, you have to make a pit stop at the Buc-ee's bathroom. The world famous. Alright, y'all, after all these Buc-ee meals yesterday, I think today breakfast is going to be simple. We're going to go with some boiled eggs and a banana. Alright, y'all, we got breakfast in hand. We have relocated to a new spot. Gotta stay undercover.
Alright, y'all, it is 10:30 and we are about 3 hours away from completing the 24 hours of Buc-ee's challenge. Say hey, buddy. Say hello. Hi. So, being this close, I'm a little bit deterred from doing any kind of crazy challenges at the moment, but I realized what would be really nice is to spend some of this time doing something really productive. So for the next hour, my challenge is going to be to make some repairs to the camper. And let's see what we can get done in the next hour. All right, y'all, officially 2 hours left. During this hour, we're going to clean this camper up. It's gotten kind of gross over the last 24 hours. So we're going to take out the trash. We're going to clean everything up. Maybe even clean this little doggy up a little bit. Finally got around to placing the stickers that I've amassed during the trip, and some that I had just left over, but finally got those put on the camper. I want to get that camper completely covered, and there's a section where I'm putting all of the videos I've done in order, and I get a sticker from each video. So maybe that'll be a fun thing as I travel across the country and kind of continue this. We'll add a sticker every video. All right, y'all, we have an hour and a half left. My challenge for the last hour and a half is gonna be to get a tan on here at the Buc-ee's. All right, y'all, we have officially 1 hour remaining. Challenge for the last hour is gonna be to get everything prepared to leave, fill up the truck with gas, and get ready to get out of here, because I'm not gonna lie, I've just about had enough Buc-ee's for one day. Actually, correction, probably for the rest of the year, maybe even the next 5 years. $112.04, which reminds me, this is a perfect time to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. Your interactions really help me grow the channel. And y'all, this is what I'm trying to do full time. So if you want to see me keep creating videos and enjoy what you're seeing, and hopefully we're gonna continue to get better, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow along. 26 minutes left, and this may be the longest 26 minutes of my life. Y'all, it is like 32 degrees or like 90 degrees in Fahrenheit out today, and me and Mo are spending the last little bit of the challenge sitting here in the truck with the AC on. All right, 26 more minutes. We can do it. We can do it. Y'all, we've got 15 minutes left, and it just made me want to reflect a little bit back on the last day and the last 24 hours I've spent here at Buc-ee's. First of all, I don't know if I'm going to be doing another challenge that's so hyper in the middle of chaos. This has been an absolutely chaotic 24 hours. Really about half of that during the middle of the day when you wouldn't expect it has actually been the biggest chaos. So I think I'm going to try to gravitate towards nature. That is where I want to be. I want to be by a body of water, away from people. That's what I want. So no more of this chaotic consumerism that is, Buc-ee's gas stations. So that's the first thing. The second is that we're going to have to do some modifications to the camper. I need a generator. I need AC. It is in the very beginning of the summer here in the U.S. right now, and it is hot as hell. So no more sleeping sweaty at night. We're getting a generator, and also it can help keep the dog a bit more comfortable. So that is on the list as well. But other than that, I'm really looking forward to, I've got at the moment 3 videos in edit,
ready to be released. So it feels good to be in the rhythm of things, getting videos produced. And yeah, let's see what this last 15 minutes holds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all, we did it. 24 hours at Buc-ee's complete. All right, y'all, we are out of here. We are done. 24 hours done. Get me the hell out of here.